chapter 15, verse 12.
Right.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another.
Right.
As I have loved you.
Read on.
Greater love have no man than this.
Right.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
And
Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
can. Right. Solid. So, is your friend, is the Most High or is Christ's friend and the Most High friend if you lay down your life for your brothers? You know what I mean? You lay down your life for your brothers, your sisters, your nation. All right. So we know in this, you know, understand the what this entails to a point of going or continue learning about it and continue to prove ourselves to know about this, right? Give the audience, the people who looking, who might be somebody bouncing 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, a little insight into what this talking about. We mean to lay down your life for your friend. I'll give you a hint. Officer Matkoyak mentioned something with regards to the Most High. So you wanna touch kind of way on that. But we put it towards the people, you know. Anybody take a shot, man? Feel free.
So I guess I will try.
All right.
That way,
Salakia.
is that way your brother in front of yourself?
Yeah. You got it. Give a little more quick. At the moment. You can give out 2 examples. I want 2 examples, right? Everyday thing that we are accustomed to, you know, cases, you know, that we've been blessed to understand a little bit, you know. I want 2 things. Nothing too significant, you know what I mean? Most appreciate everything we do, man. Yeah, well, according to his word, for sure. And we ain't messing up. Yeah, go ahead. All right.
And what's about the try, right? Is it like how we just be going on when the food drives?
Right.
Right? Like how the Venezuelans came across.
All right.
And that's how we go and see what first before we see what we certain.
Yes, yeah. And like trusting the Most High in that process now, because I mean we all of us know the situation. We know their situation as well. You know what I mean? So like with the mind state then, every time something come up then, because that is be the fight, right? The flesh fighting the spirit right through. So what can I or what's the first thought then you want to have with regards to brothers and them then, you know?
Well, so like I said, as you're saying, the first thought that they want to have is putting your brother first.
All right. You know why? Because why? Well, when you see brother, who you see?
Yes, sir. You see Christ.
That's right. One nation. You know what I mean? Yeah, that go brotherhood. You know what I mean? We've been taught that through men that did excellent classes because of the experience that they have. You know what I mean? That they bringing forth, that they pouring out because it's real. You know what I mean? So they make the Bible real significant to us then. Without that, again, without the zeal of the Most High empowering them men and them, you know? And they doing what right, holding on for so long, we wouldn't understand one thing. All right? Yeah, so we want to go on to 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18. All right? And then we're going to start back from verse 17 to 21. So one man can take up 1 John chapter 3 verse 18, and next man can take up 17 to 21. Yeah? 1 John chapter 3 verse 18. Right? So we're going to help, you understand, the viewers understand a bit more. You know what I mean? And the mind state that will be, and we're going to go through a story, you know, where it will show us, understand, the difference in terms of keeping that mind state, fighting to keep the mind state, what kind of courage you must have, you know what I mean? To continue to keep that mind state, to continue to help us to really appreciate and do what them things and I'm saying, because according to Christ, the law and the prophets hang on everything. I mean, Salakia, the law and the prophets hang on on them too. Yeah? All right, go ahead. 1 John, go ahead.
1 John chapter 3 verse 18.
Go ahead.
My little children, let us not love in word,
right,
neither in tongue,
right,
but in deed and truth.
Right. So let you go into a little explanation on that then. Let you draw a reference real quick. Right? Anything. Pull out a reference real quick. What it means to love in word and tongue as opposed to deed and truth. It's a major element, eh? So okay, go ahead.
If I correct.
All right.
As we said, just a while ago saying like how Venezuelans come across, you can say we love them.
Right.
And talk all the nice things we could talk about them.
Right.
Or talk about all the nice things that we want to do for them.
Right.
And that's that is just love in the word.
Right.
But the command love in deed and in truth now is actually going there in the world.
Right.
Actually going out there and design or making, not making them see, but making it be known.
Right.
Understand? This is how it is of indeed.
Right. Right. Evident. Correct. Because I mean, and the Catholic Church, look, Living Waters, our community, this I think is Monday and Thursday. Every Monday and Thursday, they tell me. So I think set up because it's teaching people money long time. These poor people trying to do a thing, you know what I mean? Because the most I trying to show that we could do it as a nation. Yeah. So what's the difference then in that now? Because if you live in Waters community, end up in a jam, then who do you think they choose them first? Or what from evidence, what they choose first? From times past, what we see that they choose first. So the people understand when they go into anybody, what they're looking for. You know, what they're going to assess, what is they going to think about, the experiences that they're experiencing. What they're going to see and know the difference between the I.S.U.P.K, which is the home of the truth, you understand? And we ban it most in Christ because it is that, right? I don't want to sound too boastful, you understand? But it is the home, the refuge for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead. All right, next, anybody? Go ahead.
Example, when we live in Waters, but when we're talking about,
right.
Example that would be time when here class General Mahimon, the teachers like a Christian would see a brother in need of a job,
right?
And before they employ him or something, they pass him and say, get a job.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
Than actually help the situation.
That's right.
So that they only help in work.
That's right.
When
yeah.
Actually help.
Correct.
You avenue they can help you, brother.
Right.
But tell them get a job and think when they're doing something.
Right. Yeah.
Doing something good.
You know why? Because only when the cameras up, or they could get some kind of praise or recognition for it to others, right? That they want to do it. Other than that, you're right, because the law comes from some kind of meeting, be the cameras or want to look good in front of their friends and take some money that they could afford, not the widows might. But remember the story of the widows might, and the men would take, you understand, out of the riches, out of what they have, and give to the people and them for sure. I give something. They follow, but when the time to really sacrifice or go the distance, sometimes might need me money, but it's going the distance or having your people on your mind. They follow will help to really bring, you understand, some relief to that person. Or what kind of time you got to sacrifice some of your time, your downtime. They say you're coming to work, you know what I mean? You're going to work, sometimes working nights, working day, whatever it is, long hours. Right? And then now you have to go and take the time and sacrifice to find a solution for them now and follow up with it. Because that is why the situation in that way. When we look at the streets, we know in Trinidad here, majority of people is vegans on the street. What we gonna say is how much percent? It's our brothers and sisters. 90 something? Yeah. You ever see a Chinese on the street? You ever see a Chinese vegan? You ever see one Chinese vegan that lucky? Yeah? Because they take the example of the scriptures and use it against us. You understand? So they're applying our laws, our statutes, commandments, the judgments, and applying it in its own twisted fashion, but they know that is the solution. Yeah? Alright, so moving on to verse 17 and verse 17 to 21. Go ahead. God.
First John chapter 3, verse 17. But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion for him.
Slack, from him.
From him.
Alright.
How dwelleth the love of God in him? Verse 18.
Alright.
My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Go ahead, read on. Yeah. Down the tongue. Go ahead.
And hereby we know that we are of the truth.
Right.
And shall
go ahead, Salakia.
And shall assure our hearts before him.
Right.
Verse 20. For in our heart condemn us.
Salakia, try again. Say that again.
For if our heart condemn us,
Right.
God is greater than our heart
Mm-hmm.
and knoweth all things.
Right.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Love,
Mm-hmm.
if our heart condemn us not,
Right.
then have we confidence toward God.
Right. Pause right here for a minute, right? So what we talking about, you know? We're not going on it. So if I still now talk to 11 waters person, whoever, a Christian, right? That because everybody outside the UPK is Christians. Because they don't understand what the Bible is talking about, how to live wherever the is, right? But when we talk about the person now who just decide they just don't want to kill. They want to do it for whatever reason they want to do it, or want to feel good wherever the case is, right? So let me talk about that for a quick minute, right? If the person had condemned them before the Most High power, what are we talking about? If they found what? Well, when we examine it and say, all right, if I, to be honest with myself, and I say, all right, I'm doing something, you know, and when I look at the scriptures, it's, even if I understand it too properly, something off about it, right? If we go from that instance, and we could go to the strong point where I know definitely I'm not doing what the scriptures say, right? Oh, you understand how I can stand before the Most High with my heart? You understand what we're talking about? If the heart condemn us, because the heart we know is the mind, right? So when we examine it, you know, and we're seeing the heart condemning not before the Most High, paraphrasing. What are we talking about? Feel free. Anybody take a shot? Officer Michael? So like, yeah, go ahead, Sharp. Officer Sharp.
Could be false doctrine.
All right, but think about it in a more personal way, and things that, because we talking about the context of the passage now talk about in 17, if a man have the world's goods and shut it up from the man, so he hold it back from the man and say, well, I want this PlayStation, or I want this, you understand? I want that time with my woman or my wives, you understand? And me really have time with you, you know. I can do that later, or put it aside for instance, I pass in a place where I know he don't be. or a person, you understand? I'm making sure I'm not pass where he is. To make sure that I don't seem so you could ask him for something. Yeah, so we are this world's goods, right? And we're shutting it up for him on purpose. Right? Or we could stand before the Most High. That's where the scripture comes into. Or we could really say before the Most High, upright by the hand by really doing what it is they say to do.
So I feel like they might have a say going on a particular street and you're custom going on this particular street and you know it have a brother, they when you pass they go he go ask you for something, right?
Right.
And for some reason you're gonna say in mind nah.
Yeah.
I ain't going down now because I know you go come and I know you go be coming at me.
Right.
I know you can really pass and have the brother, but you decide not to.
Yeah, and we talking about Salakia. Go ahead, Salakia, go ahead. I know, sir, right? And we know for sure that man ain't asking for no drugs money. As long as you know him, you understand, you're always asking him if he can help. You don't even tell him what he wants. He's asking, you understand, if he can help with something, please, brother. You know what I mean? Whatever the case is now. Seeing that man in the street, you know, knowing your pocket, knowing the situation, whatever the case is, and things that you probably ain't achieved yet, or you're struggling yourself now. What kind of mindset you want to have towards the brother now? Because if you can't help him physically with things that you have, or you have some limitation that you know, you shut your hand, and I can't stretch it all the way to back and stretch it. You know what I mean? So what kind of mindset you want to develop now to be able to assist that brother? Because one person alone, you understand? Ain't can't cut it. We already know this, but they already did that to us anyway. That's what they teach us outside the UPK. That's what we know going on. If also now the fight is now to maintain the mindset of loving the neighbor yourself, you know. So we're going into that dynamic, you know. What are we talking about?
I think in the same like in the same words, like you don't want to have like the same dynamic that you were like having this worldly thing, because this worldly thing could go.
Right. Correct.
Anytime.
Correct. Sometimes you might want to do something that important, it might bring some money, whatever the case is. But that man now, you follow, thinking about it. Who Christ gonna honor? You understand? What Christ gonna value more? And who bring any money anyway? Who bring anything on them to happen? It's a hard thing to do, you know. When at the start, like everything else, at the start it is be hard. Until it become more second nature, you understand? So now start to see my brother. I now start to watch like a mirror now. So that man, I now see me there. You know what I mean? Because I think in Proverbs they say, if you could find it real quick, right? The man that lended to the poor, something to the maker. The man that give it to the poor, lend it to his maker, something like that. Yeah? All right, you pull that scripture real quick by the time we going through this by the time, right? Yeah. So, verse 18 again. No, Salakia. Go verse 21. So now it's saying, Salakia, who was reading this now? Go ahead and read verse 21, Baba Kusha. Go ahead.
1 John chapter 3, verse 21. Beloved,
Right.
if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward God.
Right. And what that confidence entail, you know, because blinded by, you understand, all the scriptures say the deceitfulness of riches, you understand, and certain things, certain things that you want to have that you probably have is a good desire to have, right? But time and season, you understand, under discipline, under self-control, you know. Looking at you, brothers and sisters, go ahead. Baba Kusha, go ahead.
It's Proverbs
So what?
19 and 17.
I take a little bit louder because I ain't sure how well they hear. I know mommy talking so far now. Go ahead.
The scripture I wanted to is Proverbs 19 and 17.
All right. All I came of it. I'm gonna go there with you real quick. All right. Go ahead. Read it. Yeah, go ahead.
He that hath pity upon the poor, lendeth unto the Lord.
Right.
And that which he hath given will he pay him again.
Wow. Look at that, eh? So, in a sense, that's the brotherhood that we are accustomed, you know what I mean, doing whatever the cases for you brothers, sisters, whoever, you know what I mean? That is how the Lord is make sure that we eat, that we are alive today. That we could travel from here, we have gas money, all them kind of things in it. It's really the Lord now. You know what I mean? So I just really try to position myself, or if I get to talk to, or somebody from, you know what I mean, somewhere right here, somebody above us, whoever the case is, this continue to give us, they might say the exact words, but they encourage us in a sense to have that mind state now. You know what I mean? And on all the teachings and all the breakdowns, you know, that element of brotherhood exists and it's evident now. You know what I mean? So the most I now showing that really and truly, you understand? It come like a bank. You understand? So you lend it to the most high and you paying back, you know what I mean? With extras and over the cases, because you see in your heart, you understand, your mind towards the people, and which is the most important thing, you know what I mean? So that kind of way in terms of understanding what we're talking about when it's saying, you know what I mean, to love your neighbor as yourself, to bring back that element, so that everything that's written in the prophets and in the law can really come back to fruition then. You know what I mean? Come back to being real on the earth again. Yeah? We want to jump, of course, to what I don't know, right? So with that being said, how to keep a lookout on our thoughts, or to make sure we see and assess things in the right spirit. Because one of the punishments for not loving our brother as ourselves was that we would have an evil eye toward our brethren. Somebody get me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54, Baba Kusha. All them things is learned behavior. It's a punishment for not keeping the commandments before. So as Romans 15 and 4 was telling us, all things are written aforetime, was written for our learning. So all them things that we want to take heed of now, you know what I mean? 28 and 54, Baba Kusha. Yeah? All right. I know everybody here, wait, is now saying this now with the punishment for is a punishment to have an evil eye towards your brother. Yeah. Go ahead, read the scripture. All right.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54.
Good. So okay, all I came of it. All right. Jose, go ahead. Read on.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54.
Good.
So that the man that is tender on you,
right,
and very delicate,
right,
his eye shall be evil towards his brother,
right,
and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
All right, pause right there. All right, so you want to get some feedback on that? What we're talking about there, we could bring it to the society, then we could bring it real to the audience so they can understand what's going on in this today's society. Go ahead. Go ahead. Right after Officer your card, right? You started on before.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So,
right.
One of the things that are evident with this curse, especially in our nation,
right.
Our scripture is telling a house divided against itself cannot stand.
Right.
We as a people be fighting amongst ourselves, just be killing one another, just be stealing against your brother and your senior brother and nothing at all. Yeah. And while we do not all the other nations and them rising above we, we just continue fighting amongst ourselves and staying at the bottom. Yeah. So that evil eye towards your brother it actually just undermine the whole nation.
Correct.
Yeah, because we just can't move up as a people.
Right.
We just staying down and everybody just trampling we.
Right.
Instead of we coming together and working against the heathen,
right,
we working against ourselves.
All right. I pause right, hold that up right real quick. Officer Eka, I want to hear what it is you all going to chime in on. Go ahead.
More or less similar to what Officer Barry was saying.
Right.
You know, in today, how we like black and black crime.
Right.
Right. And how, you know, it's so easy for us to have hate or to have malice against our brother and not against our oppressor.
Right.
Because we have more pity and mercy on the white man than our own brother.
Right.
Even though the crimes in this way are comparable sometimes.
Right.
And you see where you will not forgive your brother for the smallest thing, but for the rape and the murder and the pillage of your people, you're willing to forgive the white man or the other heathens who oppress us.
And
so you're seeing that evil eye against that your own brother, your own flesh. You know, that way you kind of see it today.
All right. If anybody could go a little bit more and tell me how we come about with that. Because one is a punishment. You remember, it's a curse, you understand? It's a curse, yeah. For not obeying the law. Because the law is supposed to be our what? Guidebook. And something so it's supposed to what? And a covering, a protection. It was a protection from outside elements coming in and teaching us wickedness. You follow? That is what the law is designed to do. You know what I mean? To keep us above and not beneath. So nobody else can come and trample on us and do what they want to do. Because look at it. Because really and truly, if you examine it properly, there's an element of cowardice how people are taught. Because we the weakest right now. What we could do to the next person who rob us. You know what I'm saying? Or the next person, or the man is robbed, why? He just run inside by South, can do that? No. You run inside by Lee Quang, Howard, Cheng, Lee, whatever. That you run our trucks. It's not in the state, I white people not in the state normal. Right? But down here, or in the Caribbean, in the black community, black Hispanic and Native American community. You know, you feel me? So when you really look at it, is an element of being a coward to go and oppress a man, you understand, in a weak state like you, and not understand that that is a brother. Not seeing, you understand, that man that I can really work with, you understand, because we and him, I don't see him as the same. So it's easy for me to go and forgive and forget him because, you know, why I can get $1 from him, but I could give him a gun or some drugs, you understand? So all people have to understand that this is just a trap. It's setting us in because they understand that if all people could understand for 1 minute the power that we get through the Most High, understand the abilities that He blesses us with, the intelligence, the mind state, the kind of love, care, compassion, all of that are written in the scriptures, how we were as a people. If all you know how things could really change, as you're saying, how things could, but that element must be evident, it must be taught to the people, and it must be brought out and live as the UPK, and understand, teaching us to do it, and they do it themselves, so that now people could experience it, because not experiencing it out there. So we want to help, you understand, or whatever opportunity the Most High allow us, you know what I mean, to already show them and to already, you know, and make more steps, because all of us we continue. We now come here, we in this room here now come, you understand, we now start. Yeah, but at the same time, we want to do the best that we could while we're young. You understand? We want to gather the instruction. We're going to that a little later. You know what I mean? In terms of what we want to become. You know what I mean? As time go by, the Most High got blessed with different talents, different things you put on your mind. You know what I mean? Different strengths, weaknesses that we had to look out for one another with. As more come in the same thing. You know what I mean? And that will already be protection once more again. Yeah. All right. We're going to go across to Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 2. Babu Kasha.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 2.
Right.
Who will set scourges over my thoughts?
Right.
And the discipline of wisdom over mine heart?
Right.
That they spare me not for my ignorances, and it pass not by my sin.
All right. Anybody want to touch on it? Anybody want to give a little insight into what we're talking about there? In the scripture? Read it again once more, Babu Shah.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 2.
Right.
Who will set scourges over my thoughts?
Right.
And the discipline of wisdom over my heart?
Right.
That they spare me not for mine ignorances.
Right.
And it pass not by my sins.
All right. So we talking about, you know, who will do that? You know what I mean? What we talking about here? We talking about scourges. Let me look up the words now. I look up scourge. You know what I mean? Who said scourges of our thoughts, right? And the discipline of wisdom of our mind, of our heart. You know the scriptures talking about when they're talking about heart. Again, I must slow down again for the viewers who have ever seen it. When the Bible talking about heart, it's talking about your mind, because this don't have no thoughts. This vessel here, this organ doesn't have thoughts. It's in your mind. They're talking about. The Bible is a very as black people talk. You understand? That's how we just discuss things, how we just describe things. It's very metaphorical. You know what I mean? There's plenty analogies. The most I use them because that is what we are, flavorful people. We can pick up on things. We can hide things in the scriptures that, you know, that we want to keep away from other people. That is why the scriptures or the Bible survives so long through slavery and all of that. Knowing it is our instruction manual to get back or to run a nation and right. Once we understand our history, our what you call it, our constitution, you know what I mean? Then we could, then and only then could we rebuild ourselves as a nation. Through the Spirit of GEN.YAHANNA, understand, in the I.S.U.P.K, under the principles that the Most High set through Commander GEN.YAHANNA, who as well lived out the same scriptures that we read aforetime. Our forefathers and passed on that same spirit unto men down. Yeah? That's how Trinidad blessed. Imagine that, a little hole in the Caribbean somewhere, blessed with the truth of the Most High, the most powerful and the most disastrous book to any other race on the face of the planet in our possession. Most High in Christ. Go ahead.
Scourge from the Zondervan, Compact Bible Dictionary.
Right, go ahead.
Scourge, to whip or lash.
Right.
The public punishment of the condemned.
Right.
The act or the instrument used to inflict severe pain by beating.
Right.
Right. Saying it was used to wrest confession and secrets from its victim. Scourge is used figuratively for affliction.
Right. Right. So who went on affliction gonna cut with tail and keep your mind and again up? You follow? All right. Give me a couple of things that will allow us to do that. What does enable us to really get into that mindset or keep that mindset there? I once heard in a class, I was right after somebody just said that I was up here in a class a while ago. That I think it's General Mind once they bring it up. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus says, saying, who will set scourges over my thoughts, right?
Right.
And the discipline of wisdom over my mind. But I do when that question asking well, the only person who could do that is from the highest level is Most High.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it will keep coming up to probably man over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
right.
That all coming along.
Right.
When necessary.
And then who have a part to play in it too? Because the man could only do so much. I mean, in UPK, you don't cut the tail at least, unless they're unruly. You understand? You go power between them, yeah.
Right. But you as an individual now, you have to be able to govern yourself.
Right.
You understand that point?
Right. You know why is that? Why that's so important? What to make the final decision?
So you want to make the final decision.
Right. And one thing I hear that kind of stick with me too. And the little lickings I get from the Most High too when that boy playing mad, you understand, is really help me to understand that more. Too well, right? The Most High is a man, I think General Mind bring it out. The Most High is a man who wants you hug up and this kind of thing, he wants your fear. Right? Yeah. The Most High doesn't want you understand, you hug up on your words and that and everything, he wants your fear. You have to fear the Most High, understand, to be able to really set scourges over your thoughts. So certain garbage thing that you want to think of or somebody want to tell you, it go contrary to the scriptures and the spirit of the Most High and your Hawashai, you don't entertain that garbage, you understand? That's a man that trying to mess with your soul. That's you trying to get off, you understand, that trying to throw away your whole, I didn't say your career, you understand, but throw away your whole opportunity of ruling the kingdom of the planet. The opportunity, you understand, to get revenge, to be avenged by the Most High power. You understand that really be at a place where you never had to think about time to reach a place unless you're ordered to come to the feast or something like that. Imagine that. We can think about not having bills right now. You can't think about, you understand, seeing a place where they can never even think to harass one of each other and them, to rape, rob, murder, like normal, that happening normal in the society. Imagine that a place we could get to that. So it really begins with fear in the outside, with really putting yourself in position to learn. You understand how to really come off our garbage, because we filled with real garbage then. It's when you go through certain things and certain experiences, you really get to see that we've been messed up real bad. All of this is the white man. He went and overdo it. When he stripped us of our customs, law, language, all of them different things, because we would have been able to come back to it and see, well, this is how we're supposed to be living. If I get licking, that's a licking, you know, and I sit down in the corner and take my licks. But when you disorient me fully, and you strip me from everything, what difference I have? See how hard it is, you understand, for people to come back. See how a brother could kill a brother, because he's so even broken down, so weak. If look how much fight he had to put in, you know, to really come back, and he has to do it. I think he had to come, and as you say, as Gentleman was saying, he had to demand it himself. If all they really come back and live the way he's supposed to live now, and that's a fight that we ain't going to do by ourselves. I understand that you're the loving your brother yourself coming in here now. You know what I mean? All right. You know, move on to the next scripture. You want to go to Luke chapter 6 and verse 45. Right. Any questions on YouTube by chance? Anything? Yeah. All right, let's see. All right. All right, who are it?
You look at Luke.
Anybody? Anybody there? You there? Anybody there? Scripture 6:45. Luke 6:45. Go ahead.
Look at Luke chapter 6 and verse 45. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good.
Pause right there. Right, so the good man, or the good treasure of his heart, you understand the things that you develop. That is what you're going to bring forth now. So that is what we want to work on. That is what we want to really help people and see it. Must be a clear difference. It must be day and night. It must be good and evil. You understand, out of that? And that is a fight that you have to continue to set scourges over your mind to do. So that people can really get saved. You understand? You can really be a help and accept people in there. Yeah? So that good man, go ahead. Officer, you can. Start again from the top. Salakia, go ahead.
A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil.
Right.
For out of the abundance of the heart.
Salakia, try again. That's right, Paul. Right.
For out of the abundance.
Salakia, read again.
For of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh.
Right. So what your if you don't put scourges over your thoughts, if you don't, you understand, get good treasure to put in, what will come out of your mouth is that. So when people hear you, understand, when you speak to anybody, in other words, it come like you're working in vain if you don't get good treasure. You can't bring forth good fruits, you understand, because you don't have anything yet to do. You know what I mean? So it's a work that must be done. You must come on it of yourself, and you must look out for one another and lama no thing, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is, because that's the courage you got to have. We've been learned to be, I want to say that non people them thing, you understand? We've been learned to be real calm, real soft, real weak, you understand? Telling about certain things as opposed to, as I said, that throat talk for this one and real petty garbage now. You know what I mean? And to come out of that, you find yourself doing that garbage, but they're going to talk to the man and make that right, make that thing right. You understand that, brother? A man over here, a man under the same way. You understand? Do that. Do that for him. You understand? Love him that much. You never know he could die tomorrow. You understand? Whatever the case is. And when you come back, he must like send him back and to do right, whatever the case is. But imagine that might stop him from or think about something, because imagine nobody telling him about it. So he's thinking, boy, I'm gonna be right, so that's cool. You understand? They ain't gonna hurt nobody too much, because that's the thing we learn. And you soft for you weaker. By thing by lick down the thing by, and you're going to interfere people daughter. If we're not understanding sex is marriage or country by Bible. Yeah? They go in and sneak in people thing in the night, can get chopped, can get shoot. Have men that do that. Sometimes you must not a man girl because they understand, they thinking sex is a ring. You follow, so you're going and do things and she ain't telling nothing because I'm not married, I single. Yeah? So with that kind of mindset, you know, we follow is how much you have to already fortify and help people understand that. But if now a certain part, ain't fixed, people looking for all kind of nitpick garbage. Don't give them no reason. Try your best and not give them a reason. If all of it something is ignorance according to the scripture, understand? So you ain't want to, as the scourges, give me that again, Babakasha. Right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 23, verse 2. Right?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 2. Who will set scourges over my thoughts?
Right.
And discipline of wisdom over my heart?
Right.
That they spare me not for my ignorance.
Give me that last part again and say that a little bit slow and loud. Go ahead.
That they spare me not for my ignorances.
That they spare you not from your ignorances. The things in them that you ain't sure about is better. It's funny, some offer it or somebody point it out to the brother. Let them know, you understand the system, everybody gets. I ain't talking about here alone because we are brothers outside. Venezuelan brothers, thing, everybody cases, you know what I mean? So they're gonna, and the people who online too, come in the UPK say they learn what to do. Come say nobody could go on put sanctions on the government no more because your government is 144,000 that the most I raise up. You follow, but you could be a part of as a man. You follow them, how your family them secure. How people them on top again and the world running righteous again, as the scripture say. When the wicked and rulership, the people there's cry and thing, and they're well upset, they're frustrated. That's what the wicked do because this is a game to them. It's like Ludos and Monopoly and that kind of garbage. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice because you have a problem. It's strict order and discipline and the reason for it. So now you appreciate it. Nobody going back and forth with you. You understand, no woman in China gain or lip, whatever the case is, because she understands she's been raised in a society or she been taught now in a society that running a right or running how it's supposed to go. So you ain't had that kind of headache to be seeing about too much. You ain't had to be thinking she playing this game she playing and you have to say, girl, come to you, girl, you're playing mad or you understand? Yeah, and keep the thing on and do the most important things that ain't doing right now. That we've been lacking so much of. You understand? Yeah. Right, so you want to move on to Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9 to 12, right? Slack here. Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Yeah, chapter 4, verses 9 to 12. How YouTube looking there? Everything straight on YouTube?
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Right.
Two are better than one.
Right.
Because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. For he has not another to help him up.
Pause right there, but because shout to what I said, right? So if they fall, the scripture saying two better than one. Because if they have a good reward for the labor. So too many come like how they say, it will take one man 10 years to build a house. But it'll take 10 men 1 year to build a house. So with that mind state now, you want to transition it over into things and them that a next man could assist you with. You understand? You select the proper man for that task because that's the next thing too. You want to be mindful. You just don't want to be emotional about things or a feel. You understand? People who listening to understand that because sometimes you're choosing things out of what you think is friendship and you're not being a good friend to the person if you're not allowing them or helping them to understand that this is not the place, you understand, that you could apply yourself in this situation. I appreciate your help, and where you could probably help it is with something physical or something financial, whatever the cases, or to provide that so that we could be effective in this vineyard, this area, the work that we need to do, because there's more work that the Most High definitely give you a talent, at least one talent to do. Some people are 2, 3, 4, whatever, they have that talent, they follow, but you at least get a talent to be able to operate in some other place, you know what I mean? So you want to be able to function there and not be hopping all over the place, but be the person that will be effective, you understand, at handling that. 2 people, you know what I mean? What you call it, they have a good reward for the labor, so people get a reward from the labors that you do. You follow? Like certain men will be on a department, like in here. You know what I mean? And they function that because there's just saucy and that, you understand, what you can't touch. You know what I mean? It's the most high thing, and we give him praise, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it ain't like but they are giving men them the props. That is the men and them that handling that. You know what I mean? And you keep it moving. And that is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So we can really be more effective. And these people in them who would come in, who would bounce you up, thing like that, and the scene we rocking that same way everywhere we go. You know what I mean? So that thing now it's showing how to really be a effective vessel or a more productive man. You know what I mean? And you're telling them to you while you're playing man, you can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that. Therefore, we can't waste time at this thing and everybody cases. So you're now helping our brother now through it because I would come in, you know, because correction and building up is a two-part component that must work and more parts. Counseling all and thing and then that we need to understand yet, but it have people for that again in the I.S.U.P.K, in the body of Christ, they follow. That we people must come back too so they can really, you know, get the thing pumping and we'll see how fast this nation can rise again. Yeah. Verse 10. So if the one fall, the next man can be there to pull him up. Yeah, you'll get some assistance. You'll get, you know what I mean? I help out the correction, whether it's anything else to keep him or anything to keep him on track. Keep him on track, keep her on track, keep the children on track. That kind of winner, you know? Yeah. We done verse 13, Babakasha? No, still here. You finished verse 10, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Verse 11 and 12.
Verse 10, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
Pause right there. So how two men can lie together? Because again, this Bible is a book of metaphors. So we ain't thinking nothing carnal, nothing sexual and anything. The Bible doesn't condone no homosexuality in no way. It's not that we're talking about. So what we're talking about when the scripture talking about if two lie together, they have heat. Think like a black man. Slang, talk, black talk. Go ahead.
It's like I think it's how we speak.
Right.
Just like we say, you know, use my dog.
Right.
Context.
Right.
You're not a literal dog.
Right.
You understand?
But that.
Right. Brother, that's my
right. Correct.
You understand? So
correct.
We say heat in context.
Right.
You know, it's not literal in that context. You know, it's showing, you know, a form of brotherhood in the slang that we speak.
Right. Give the people a little bit more explanation on what the heat is. If two lie together, we are heat. You understand? Alright, I'll give you a hint. We will say out here is a cold world. So knowing what a cold world means, what a hot world means then. Or what a hot world means? A hot world.
It means, you know, things, I would say on fire, things vibrant, things, you know, using that in the same context, it's hot.
All right.
The aspects of when the two persons together,
right,
there's more fire, there's more drive, there's more coming out of what is being done as if it's one person.
Good, very good. Anybody else want to chime in on it? Anybody want to give a something on it as well?
Something from a class around. Taking down to the General Mahanna's teaching. He was saying that basically if you leave the truth, a lot of brothers leave the truth and think that they're still in the truth. But when you're already on your own, who is your check and balance?
Right.
Who basically giving you counsel?
Right.
So you're talking about a guy that was I.S.U.P.K and he left and he went GMS. And he believed in the truth and he teaching outside and teaching that a girl 14 years old, he says she been a woman 4 years now.
Yeah, madness. Yeah, straight madness.
So, and he believed in the truth. But you have no check and balance by your brothers and them to show you.
Correct. And the among men in GMS?
Yeah.
So what are saying then?
Yeah, it's showing you believe the truth.
Right.
So the brothers in the truth, now we are amongst brothers in the world, Christians.
Correct.
Who believe in the same garbage you believe in. So at the end of the day, that was important to have a brotherhood.
Correct.
In the truth and you know.
That's right.
Your brothers too, because sometimes you might be not in the same frame of mind or you're carrying things still from the world and you have your brothers in the truth to check you. To see whether you know you're off in this area or the case may be.
Correct.
But if you don't have that balance, you would think
are you going right?
You're correct.
Correct. Yeah, and that is a very important component as well. So I take the two of them and merge it, you understand? Because that is the only way. Again, you see something really important in GMS. They tell, you know, you with men, and the men not equipped or not in the right mind frame, you understand basic things. You follow? That is the only place. That is why a man can be on the fence. A woman can be on the fence. They're not gray area and go watch online and certain things. You don't want to do certain things, you come in and do what you can do. Come in the I.S.U.P.K, understand the body that the Most High set up, so they can learn properly. And it's a really important thing. Obviously, they might just bring it. Go ahead. Right?
Like, yeah, this, you cannot, I think I don't know, that's the context, you know. Let's talk about GMS. And the scripture talk about, you know, the blind leading the blind.
Right.
And the both.
Right.
Falling into a ditch.
Right.
So, if they don't have the truth,
right,
thinking that they have the truth,
right,
you know, it's just disaster.
Right, correct is right. Right. 821, all right. Well, just to sum it up, right, what the scripture really talking about is things will be taken care of. You can at least survive, you understand? But you can thrive as well. What you want to do as a nation. You know what I mean? We want to put things in place, whatever the case is, however we could do it to thrive, in a sense, so we people could get something else, you know what I mean? That we could probably have the power, in a sense, to probably release some of them children and them out in the cages and them. You follow? They take some brothers off the vehicle, off the streets in Trinidad. Because they might be, you understand, there might be 10 lepers and one might come back, two might come back, and end up in the truth and help somebody else. You follow? But it doesn't stop us, in a sense, from doing it. Once we can understand, in a sense, more and more, build it up and get experience in it. And get men guiding us over, you know, and showing us so we can be more equipped to do that, you know, to help people in it. All right. Verse 12, Babu Kusha.
Right. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him.
Right.
And a third whole cord is not quickly broken.
And a threefold cord is not easily broken, right? Right? Because if somebody now, if you used to go home now, right? On the way home, I see me officer Galan rolling, or me officer Yakad officer Matquack and Michael rolling, right? And this man just decide that he want to have a problem with your card just so. You follow? He see him and he find like he shouldn't get the work that he gets. And as he feel like he takes something from him. That time the man in performing, and the customer know him from a long time and probably couldn't get him one time. And decide, well, I go down and pick your card, you understand? I go wait for him, I go wait 2 months for him. The man there and he eating, and instead of he go and look for something else to do or improve his skills, he want that problem with your card now. And he decide, well, I come in physical, I come with a cutlass, all kind of different thing. If true holiday, he could prevail against him. Not happening. Yeah? That's right. That's right. Come on, God. That's right. At all. Never happening. That is what you're talking about. If also the same defense that we at that threefold code will have, you know what I mean? A man who outside it don't have that same defense. That way to say is either face the worlds or come in the UPK. You understand?
If I may add so.
Go ahead.
As I talk about the threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Right.
It really emphasizes on the strength.
Right. Right.
You know, where that brotherhood is in the UPK, there is strength. Right. And there is that sense of bond. Right. Where that nothing will just easily shake or move. Right. Brotherhood, move the foundation. Correct. That was laid by the captains, by the generals, the captains, and all the elders who were there before. That's right. It's only because of brotherhood since 1969. Right. It has kept the I.S.U.P.K functioning. That's right. The way it is. Correct. That strength is critical. Everything that you do. Right. All right. So we're gonna do a little quick, fast-paced reading here because a lot of verses to go through, but we're gonna go through the story of Samuel, of Saul and David. Real quick, right? So we're going to 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. We hit it real quick if you could. 1 to 3. Babu Kusha. All I can have it. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 1. Good. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Right. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Right. Thus said the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
All right, pause right there. What is, I want to keep one thing in mind as you're going forward. What was the commandment of Saul? What you tell him to do? Let's sum it up in one thing. You tell him to, what you tell him to do? Slack, yeah? Let's not slack, yeah? Observe God, yes,
Kill everything.
I kill everything, chupa by same thing?
Yes.
Right, solid, right? Good. Verse 15. First, same Samuel 15. First Samuel chapter 15. Right. Somebody bring you out.
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
And Samuel said, what meaneth this thing, Salakia? What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in my ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear?
Well.
And Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites.
Pause right there, right? Right? We say, what Saul say? They
have brought them from the Amalekites.
Pause right there, right? Who the Mosai said anoint king of Israel? Saul, right? So what Saul saying about it? He said they brought. What happened?
He was trying to throw blame on the people.
I pause right here, right? You're going ahead. Read on.
For the people spare the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God, and the rest we have utterly destroyed.
Read on.
Then Samuel said unto Saul, stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord had said to me this night. And he said unto him, say on.
I saw talking, he replied, say on, go ahead.
And Samuel said, when thou was little in thine own sight, was thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel? And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. Wherefore, then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord. And Saul said unto Samuel, yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have made Slakia, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Pause right there. Saul said with his own mouth, this, right? The people take the things that the chief. Saul see, he do everything the Mosai say, right? But he bring Agag. What Agag doing standing up still? What going on with Agag? What Agag still here? Follow? Chupabaya, go ahead.
What Saul basically had in his spirit is respect for persons. And he kill all the weaker sheep, the fat one, kill all the lower class Amalekites, and he leave the king Amalekite alive.
All right.
But sometimes you just have to be careful of, even in
right.
Sometimes with certain brothers, because of the position, they might favor them more, but the brother at the bottom ain't already favor you, so we will deal with them. The ones that top a certain way, and the ones at the bottom, we will deal with them a certain way. You understand?
Right.
So that is something you just have to be careful of, because God says He will respect our persons.
God.
Everybody the same.
That's right.
The same way.
Correct. God. That's right. Salakia. Give me a little bit more on that, Baba Gusha, right? So you mentioned something with being a respected person, right? That is Saul. But I know if you understand a little bit more why Saul was doing that, and we can refer it back to something we talked about earlier in the class. Saul do something. He bring Agag, right? He said that respect that person in what manner do?
Basically, even in your judgments, if your judgment get undermined, the Most High give you a commandment to do something. You're supposed to follow it 30.
Right.
But you know, you're watching like, you know, this man is a king. Maybe if I have him in chains and thing, it will look better to the people. You start to lean on your own understanding.
Thank you much.
You understand?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and make your own judgment.
Right.
Based on the situation, you start to get that respect for persons within your spirit.
Right.
Also doing what the Most High
right. Right. So I could say something. I don't know if I'm on point with it, right? But if I could say something, right? What? Because I hear something, but I just want to make sure is that I will check it out, right? So there are two things I could see from the situation. One is either Samuel's a coward, right? And he feared the people in them as opposed to doing exactly what the Most High say. So who it is he really? Because I'm sensing something outside, right? That is one thing, and then the next thing is that, like Saul don't have a trophy. I capture Agag. When what glory you looking for yourself? Because out of the story there's already at least this part. You understand? Should remember that class too. But who does do that as well? Do things for show. You understand? We talk about it early on in the class.
The Christians on them is the same thing that is do. They don't seek to please the Messiah or do the Messiah will. They seek to please men, and especially in the Christian church, like they have a pattern. They see it in most Christian church. Well, when I remember myself being in the world, the elites were set up in the front, and be treated a certain way. And the so-called will be sitting somewhere down in the back, and they treat them a certain way. They treat the certain class because they're given X amount of money. You understand? They could do something for the church, they get special favors. But your same brother and sister who you know before, but you know he poor. You're talking to him like a dog. You see him, you're passing him straight, or you're ducking and hiding, not to pick him up. You understand? Even though you know you go in the same place you go in. So all in that way, too many people they come like, you know what I mean, your favor.
Correct.
And then listening to what the Most High tell you. So that's why it's a dangerous thing to kind of have respect for persons.
Right. So what you should do inevitably to avoid any one of them into situation, what you should do in the first place, what you should have done. This is what Slack, this is what Saul's decision was. I remember Saul said with the own amount, he brought Agag. The people do this. What you was taught to do. You understand? Go ahead.
To follow the Most High say, as opposed to your own mind.
Right. Very good. Excellent example, right? Very good. Thank you again for the explanation there. On point. Right, we done? Who is? Where are we? Slack, where is?
That's verse 18. Just finish
verse 18. That's stop. Now we finish verse 20. Go on to verse 21, Babukasha. Right?
But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to go sacrifice unto the Lord.
Again.
But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed.
Right. Right? So let's Saul here talking to Samuel. The people take the chief of the things in them, right? That should be utterly destroyed. And here what they want to do it. So here's what the people have in their mind now. Right? To do what for the Most High? Go ahead.
To sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Wow. Verse 22, go ahead.
Verse 22. And Samuel said, had the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
What's right there, right? So for the Christians out there, I say we is madmen. If we untake, we too strict, and the Lord done away with and all them things. The harsh, we couldn't keep all the law, right? Why does they want to thief, rob, murder, and bring that same money to the Most High? What the Most High want? We now say he want obedience. He set up something that you want to do what you want. What money you want to bring to him? You want to rob somebody with that money, you follow? And you want to bring it to the Most High? No.
Like I said, what Christians or Christianity, they so-called want to bring their own private interpretation of the scriptures and not what the scripture actually says and what it means.
Correct.
It was what suited what suits their lifestyle.
Right.
What suits their custom.
Right.
As you can see, the whole gay agenda for sexuality. It clearly shows that it's an abomination.
Correct.
But Christians like to say, you know, they most like the Lord hate this sin. They love this sin.
That's correct.
Which is totally off.
Right.
So you're seeing where they, just like also they're trying to bring a justification for their sin.
Right.
Which is not scripture.
Correct. Why? Because they want to take somebody things on them. They want to take somebody things, they're greedy. This is the most I provide in your follow, so bear what we have, you know what I mean? It's an example too, you know, because we have to really be mindful. And if we see our brother doing it, what we could do is pull him aside and tell him. Our brother outside, because real men is do that and walk wherever the case is, they will say, well, boy, I go pull something from the work, you understand, and pull it to him and I go use it, or I go help somebody. No, you can't do that. You can't do that, you understand? So you have to pull him aside and let him know, hey, thing, what you doing? You follow? Because you don't get provided with something, you know what I mean? Take it down. If the Indian want to do it, the East Indian, the Chinese, the white man want to do it, are business. You understand? You don't go and overstep your boundaries and thing. You have brother for that, you know what I mean? So it's something they ain't doing at all. You know what I mean? Don't let them thing. And as soon as you get captured that, they can sell me out. The same in what you going to sell you out. Yeah? And they never know. Undermine you and they bring in the partner. Yeah? Like why we need to do that, you know what I mean? So we got harder defense around it. Yeah? It's something to be mindful of on many different levels. You want to assess how you're doing things, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Continue.
Baba Gosha.
Verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. Now therefore I pray thee, pardon my sin, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord. And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord had rejected thee from being king over Israel.
Was ready. Look at Samuel example. You follow? Samuel decide, I'm not standing with you on that, brother. You know why? Because I will enable you. I will tell you, understand what you're doing? You're correct. You can go and do it. You know what I mean? So I is a friend to the Most High, not a friend to a man who wants to sin against the Most High. You reject the Most High, you know you do it. You was very conscious of the way it is you're doing. I ain't rolling with that. You follow? So that kind of stand, you go help a man know you don't roll so. You follow? That is not how we're supposed to live. So if you want to roll and understand for the Most High, this is how to do it. Anybody coming in the school, wherever you guys interacting with us, this is the kind of example they must see that right from wrong, because this is the solution. This is the defense. This is how we come out it and bring back a kingdom where they'll have no kind of wickedness again on the face of the earth. That can't slide. You know what I mean? All right, we done. I in the bottom. What's that, guys? Go ahead.
Verse 27. And as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it rent. And Samuel said unto him, the Lord had rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and had given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou.
Right.
And also the strength of Israel will not lie nor repent. For he is not a man that he should repent. Then he said, I have sinned, yet honor me now, I pray thee, before the elders of my people and before Israel, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord thy God.
What's right there? Look at that. It wasn't Saul God before? Or wasn't Saul God before? You see how he know very well what he was doing? That is why, understand? He have to get the kingdom. He must get a punishment, which is the kingdom stripped from him now. You understand? So going to David. Our neighbor that better than himself, because David go away. You understand? Like, and David make mistakes in the scriptures. We know this, right? Yeah, but look at David's mind state. You know what I mean? Look at David way, understand, that thinking towards the Most High. That is the mindset you want to develop. Make a mistake, but don't sin. Don't willfully sin. You know what I mean? Soon as they learn something, they correct it, they make the change, and continue to grow, keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Because that is exactly what work is. He work is to make sure you trouble, you understand, and shift you off balance, shift you off the pattern. You know what I mean? He know in his spirit that the white man long time and he well seasoned it. You follow, so he know like thing. Gonna make sure I work extra hard to make these niggas them feel unworthy of coming for the Most High. Look at that. Let's do it, you know what I mean? Let's come back to as soon as possible. Let's do that and keep it pushing. Yeah? Or that we talking about, I ain't want to words, don't love in word and tongue, you understand? Deed and truth. Yeah? Or let's just be straight up, you understand? And by a week down, a following week, by the cases, some things you can fix them. Let's go about, you understand? Take the necessary steps. You start from ground zero, straight up. Good. You know what I mean? You go better right. Yeah? All right, go ahead. Verse 30. Verse 31. Still, I can pause right there. Verse 31.
Verse 31.
Yeah, Babu Kusha, yeah?
So Samuel turned again after Saul, and Saul worshipped the Lord.
Right? So, Saul, understand? Samuel turned again time and he tell him, like, you, understand? Make amends. But to worship the Lord is to make amends, understand? To do it is easy. Right? So, find a way if it's what you call it? Sacrifice over the cases. So, you say, oh, merciful, the Most High still, you could have killed him. And you kill him there and then, you know what I mean? You say, well, hey, let me see what Saul go do. He's not an unjust man, you follow? So, all them things that we get, look, we live in today, right? We get a chance to repent because all of Israel sin. Every last one deny Christ. You follow? So, we get an opportunity. Joshua and Caleb, as men set the example, start strong, even Moses and all. You understand? And he had to get punishment to the most so that they could set a storyline for us. They would know, it will help us see that when you disobey the Most High, it's the penalty for it. We obey the Most High, it have a reward for it going forward, right? First Samuel chapter 16 and verse 1, Babu Kusha. Verse 1 to 7.
Verse 16. Verse 1.
Slakia. Go ahead. Slakia. Yes.
And the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thy horn with oil, and go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons.
Good.
And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord, and call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do, and thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably? And he said, peaceably. I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves, and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons, and called them to the sacrifice.
Right, pause right there, right? Let's look at the spirit of Samuel. Although you obey, he know how serious Saul is as a king. Look at the kind of power Saul had and how he bowed down to the people and him. Which means, imagine this. You take your eyes and let's show you the essence of where Saul was. The essence of Saul at that minute was my people, my glory, my kingdom, my rulership, my appearance. Saul was worried about more, you understand, than obeying the Most High. So you almost kill Samuel. If the Lord didn't give Samuel a strategy to go, you understand, to make sure he could reach who he need to reach, you understand? That's how dread it is. So imagine that from before. So you see how weak and cowardly our people become. So that is why a man could kill a next brother like himself. When he was so authoritative and so strong, and was such a feared man and respected man in the face of the planet. Even as Deuteronomy 28 and I'll read about when the tender and delicate man, so mannerly, you understand, so respectful, so brotherly, if all and at the same time so fierce. Yeah. Look at the, understand, look what we're choosing to do now under the influence of white people, you understand, under the influence of evil. Yeah. So all the things that we have to pay attention to, you know what I mean, as we could grow, you understand, as being the right fruits and bring forth real good treasure, or be, you understand, a wicked man and very deceitful and sly and all kind of garbage. And let's take a mash up in the end because look what happened with Samuel. Yeah. All right, we done.
Verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, nor to like your awe or the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth.
Not as man seeth, like ahead.
For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
The Lord looking at the mind, you understand? So he say, imagine Samuel see the man looking strong, tough. This is a one out here, a fine one. Surely the Most High with this man here. Surely this is the Most High looking for rich. Eliab is the eldest son of Jesse. As we see in the story going on, right? So surely this man have it. You understand? This is what I'm looking for. But the Lord looking at the mind of that person. You understand? We already select, you understand, to do a certain task for him. Eliab, you understand the scripture, at least as far as I see, we call him evil. You understand? He's a brother like normal. You know what I mean? So you have brothers for certain tasks over the cases and times the Lord wants to do for this thing. He get a man experiences over the cases to come up and do certain things. So that he know what you understand? I choosing this man for that. That is about the size side because me looking at the stature, how he looking or he good looking and I could model he in front of all the years and I'm like, why you real man come in the ISUPK? Nah, he looking at the mind, you understand? So like as the scripture was talking about Christ, he wasn't, you know, good need to look at and all them things. Yeah, but the mind Christ had and the moves that he make, you understand? That real people, that woman, you understand, wiping, you understand, they hear with the tears, but their own tears on the foot, you follow? And not in no sexual manner like that because they respected and appreciated what Christ do. You understand? For the nation as a whole. Them kind of thing, you understand? Try to make man eye water and them kind of thing. We've been going through that. I will go ahead, read that. Right? Verse 10. Somebody pick it up now. Give up, say, okay, a small break, right? 10 to verse 23.
Okay.
All right.
Verse 10. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord had not chosen these. Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all the children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. Verse 12. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and with all of a beautiful countenance. And godly to look to.
Goodly to look to.
And goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he.
That the man, I telling you, Samuel, that is the man I talking about, right? Straight anointing, right? Go ahead.
Verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil,
and
anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. Verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. Verse 15. And Saul's servants said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from God troubleth thee.
Was right there. Yes, so when Saul decided to move left and disobey the Most High and things like that, what started coming to Saul is envy, jealousy, bitterness, malice, as opposed to making the correction because he is king. Imagine a king, you rule over everything accessible to you, but you're unhappy, you're unsatisfied. Because your mind so shallow, so small, you understand? You get led by so much evil, you can't really see the power you had in front of you. Even if, and you should be, you understand, proud or happy, you understand, to raise a man better than yourself. So why didn't work towards that? Even if you understand that come off the throne for whatever the case is, but make sure that they take care of your nation. You see how loving your neighbor come back as loving yourself, you know what I mean? Or that aspect important to understand or think about the bigger picture. You know what I mean? If it means sacrificing whatever it is we have to sacrifice, yeah? As Barry was saying, understand the Lord ain't no respect that person. So we see the same thing coming up, you understand, down the line, up the line, that's not it. Yeah? We don't go ahead.
16.
Right.
Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on the harp.
Right.
And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, and he shall play it with his hand, and thou shalt be well.
Right.
Verse 17. And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me. Verse 18. Then answered one of the servants and said, behold, I have seen a son of Jesse of the Bethlehemite.
The Bethlehemite?
The Bethlehemite,
right.
That is cunning in playing, and a mighty valiant man, and a man of war, and prudent in matters,
right.
and a comely person. And the Lord is with him.
And the Lord is with him. We're gonna see what this thing entails and how David was different. Any moving and thinking. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Wherefore Saul sent message to Jesse and said, send me David thy son, which is with the sheep.
Right.
Verse 20. And Jesse took out and Jesse took an ass laden with bread, and a bottle of wine, and a kid, and sent them by David his son unto Saul.
Right.
21.
Verse
21. And David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and became his armor bearer.
Right. David, out of the purity of mind and soul, come unto Saul and love him, you understand? Knowing, wait till he come to the end, they are player. I don't know if you know yet, but they seek out a man, you understand, that could soothe the king. Can play the what you call it, the harp, so like here. Forget to explain already. The harp is a small guitar. As I was, you know, as I get the scripture broken down, right? Read on.
Verse 22. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he had found favor in my sight. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
As well, and the evil spirit departed from him, right? So David now seeing Saul pain as a brother now, loving his brother. You know, and he watching him as a king, you know? Because the scripture saying, right? You see him and love him as, you know what I mean? Love him, right? And I think I'll play and knowing the situation. So just thinking about it, how you just help out your brethren. Seeing as I'm going through something, I'm going to counsel him, you know, I'm going to help him out whatever the case is now, you know? Then we might go and take a knock, you know, then take a drink, you know what I mean? A knock is a drink, right? Right? So all them things, you know, you build up your spirit, you call them things. Yeah, but I call you, you understand? And we the same favor now, yeah? For real. Going to, that's not, Oslaki also explain the armor bearer. You understand? The armor bearer is not what the church talking about, and you bring the man books. You understand? You know, now bagging holding the man person if feeling proud. Armor bearer, is that right? So all them kind of wickedness to teach, but the armor bearer holding up actual shield and spear. Like our man, you see how they walk in the movies and thing, and the man holding the weapons on them. So that is what David become. You understand? To Saul. Yeah.
Say if I may.
Go ahead.
Even if it is a few verses,
right?
You know, where the servant was telling Saul,
right?
You know, seek a man who is coming to play,
right?
And the description that the servant gave of David,
right?
It's not about Christianity teaches about David, of him being a little boy,
right?
You know, this little blonde-eyed, blue-haired boy,
right?
You know, probably about 13, 14 years. If you understand what I mean, but
right?
The scripture said he was a man of war.
Right.
A valiant man.
Right.
You understand? An emphasis about man.
Correct.
So it was no little boy.
Right.
He was just the youngest son.
Right.
That didn't need. He was a little boy.
That's right.
And he was a valiant man of war.
That's right.
So
that's
right.
To bring out. Appreciate that. Much thanks, yeah, man. Good building up, right? We're going across the slack. That's not. Oh, right. I explained that already, right? 1 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 1. Anybody take it up? Just read verse 1 and then you pause in there. So what I said, right? Verse 1 and then you're going over to verses 3 to 4. First Samuel chapter 17 and verse 1. Next chapter. Yeah, verse 1. Anybody? Raise your hand and go ahead. Go have it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shakor, which belongeth to Judah, and pitched between Shakor and Azekah.
Right, Azekah, when?
In E.P.C. Dam.
Ephes Damim.
Ephes Damim.
Damim. Ephes Damim.
Ephes Damim.
Read on the certain.
Saul and
Slakia, my bad. Right, jump to verses 3 and 4. Verses 3 to 4.
And the Philistines stood on the mountain.
Stood on a mountain, Slakia.
On the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side. And there was a valley between them.
Right. Verse 4.
And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath, for Gath,
right,
whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
Right. So picture this on like two mountains, right? So the children of Israel on one side and the people of Gal. It is at Gat Slack, right? And the champion come down. So Goliath come down. Let's say about do the measurement as well. About 9 feet 4 inches somewhere. And as an man that big. So you picture like a big shark coming out with muscular. And as that game some weight whatever. Right? But your legs sin, look at me. Right? Look at me. Mugla. Right? So, imagine a man like that, big with that small neck, and that small neck, that big thing on the forehead. You know the hell is that? Right? So glad coming down, you know. I done playing mad. And you're glad saying, go ahead, read on. That's lucky, yeah? Jump to verse 5. Well, yeah, verse 5 and read on. I don't understand.
And he had an helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass.
Right, pause right there. So let's say the translation to that I think is about 100 and something pounds. A brass on it. Brass in thing. If you ever lift 100 pounds already, like say a sack of flour or some kind of thing, I think it's so much, right? Okay, do she I think I look one of that. Yeah, I think I be like right, so yeah, I love that, you know what I mean? That is what the man walking on the man and fighting him. That is the kind of size a man is talking about. And he rocking it because remember, male, like how you see the movies then, like them night movies and them, that's the protection they have underneath the armor. Right? So the coat of mail is seen under the armor is like that, a brass. Follow on just some pounds, you know, that might stink and dirty, big. If follow and you walking through and the person coming towards Israel, you know, and this is what you're talking, you know, you're talking in much disrespectful tones. Go ahead, read on. Right.
And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders.
Right.
And the staff of his spear was like a weaved
Weaver's beam.
Weaver's beam.
Right, go ahead.
And his spear head weighed 600 shekels of iron, and one bearing a shield went before him.
Right, pause, right? So they see this armor bearer again. So he and all about armor bearer. So he send the armor bearer forth, and he have a big shield, and a big, what you call it, a shield, sorry. A big spear. He what you call it, like them, like a target, or like say like them wrestling kind of thing. They had a, spread stretch across there, and they had the thing on the end, so and then a piece of like Thanos and Avengers, whatever, right? So something like that. You come and constantly feel the body, big thing is a warrior. Again, you know what I mean? Because you hear Saul talk about him, how he explain, you understand the man again, right? So, you done?
And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel, and said unto them, Why are ye come out to set your battle in array?
Pause right there. How dare you then? How dare you step forward and come against me? Or you set your battle in array, ready to fight? We want to fight. We don't. What you saying?
And not I a Philistine.
I'm not a Philistine. You know, a stinking dirty Hamite. Go ahead.
And ye servants to Saul, choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me.
Was right there. So you're seeing many battles you'll see, even in the movies and all kind of different illustrations. They'll say, right, that send a man, instead of putting the whole army, so he's so boastful, he's so proud then. Send one man to battle, you follow? And let me done the whole thing. Let's squash the whole thing. You know what I mean? I'll kill you easy and I'll go my way. And we go, all you go be my servants now. Right? We done.
If he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us.
Good.
And the Philistines said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. Now David was the son of that
Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah.
Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul.
I pause right there. Jump to verse 14. A good speech. You just take it real fast.
And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul.
Right.
But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem.
And pause right there, right? I'm gonna just jump real quick here. Right, jump to verse 20. Jump to verse 22 real quick.
And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren.
Right.
And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath, by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spoke according to the same words, and David heard it.
Right, pause right there. So you come up and saying, understand again. So David coming, so Saul coming up, Goliath coming up again and talking boastfully, proud, understand? Send me a man, you follow? I know people sit there, but you say he walk about 40 days. Goliath do that, you understand? Coming about 40 days and telling them go back and forth. And say, well, send a man, you understand that? We can fight. But I do this thing and let me squash your beef. Right, so here how our brothers and them getting on, you know, because you say something important there. You say, are you not the servants of Saul? So knowing Saul's reputation to a point. Remember the God of Israel still with Israel. Eh? So that time we still cutting tail. But you understand, men understand Saul. You understand? So they're watching that now and they bring it and they're talking in that way, because if it wasn't that, he would have never come up to the armies of Israel like that. Right? Read on. Verse 23.
And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion of the Philistines, that Goliath by name.
Oh, slack, my bad. Read on verse 24. Right?
And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were so afraid.
Read on. Go ahead, slack it. Go ahead.
And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killed him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel.
I pause right quick just to go through real fast, right? So David now saying, understand? Oh, they're now saying, whoever the servants, the men of Israel saying this. Whoever killed Saul, whoever killed Goliath, you understand? King Saul going to make that man house free. No tax, no tribute, nothing like that. Right? And he will honor him by giving him his daughter, right? Let me see if I could jump a little bit lower here now. Right? Right, so verse 28. Give me verse 28, Baba Kasha.
And
Eliab,
his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men.
Right, pause right there, right? So Eliab again is David's eldest brother. So when when Eliab heard David speaking to the men them now, he all going at Eliab, you know, being the eldest one, right? And he's a warlord, he's a champion here already on the battlefield now, right? So that's the speed of the story. So, you know, go ahead, read on.
And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why comest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
Pause right there, right? So here we tell him in a disrespectful, come like a big brother. He's a big brother, right? So I tell him, my little brother, what you doing here? What good at you? You understand? We leave the sheep and the little bit of sheep and them you have to watch over there. We leave it with. You understand? We come up here to do well. What you talking about? You understand? So not understanding how we supposed to be thinking, you understand, towards one another, and the same mindset we talking about. You follow? So you measure any man by you having battle experience, you understand, to a certain degree, but you ain't know his experience, you ain't care enough to understand that David killed, or you maybe know, and jealous, you understand, or some kind of thing. So how dare David come up here and try to battle or try to take anything? Because here we say, next verse, somebody pick it up for him, Baba Gosha, right?
Samuel chapter 28.
And Eliab's anger was kindled against him. So like Chubabaya, go ahead and read it. You're going, you're starting next verse, right? Go ahead.
And David spake to the men
right
that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that
Oh, Silaki, no. It's starting from verse 28. I know thy pride. This is what Eliab saying to David. Go ahead.
And Eliab, his eldest brother.
Oh no, Silaki, no, right there. Right from verse 28. I know thy pride. I know thy pride in the same verse. Read down to verse 30 and then I'll give Shai. Right? Officer Shah. Yeah, 28 and I know thy pride.
Eliab.
No, right there. I know thy pride in the same verse here.
I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle.
I pause right there. So look how limited. Look at the kind of limits his brother was putting. His own brother from his own house was putting in. You understand? I know you nothing to say your mind, you feel bright. You come here to watch fight. Not knowing David come to destroy the battle. Not knowing the Lord sent David and I hit you understand, to go and kill Goliath. Yeah. All right. Read on. Verse 29.
And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause?
I pause right there, right? So David say, well, what do now? What did I do now? You follow? Not and Eliab still ain't even picture. And Azan could never put David there. When the Most High looking on the man's mind and not the appearance. Yeah? Read on, verse 30.
And he turned it from him to one another and spoke after the same manner. And the people answered him again after former manner.
34 manner, go ahead.
31. And when the words were heard which David spoke, they rehearsed them before Saul. He sent forth him.
And he sent for him. Salak, yeah, go ahead.
32. And David sent to Saul, let no man heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine.
Pause right there. You know, so here David is showing Saul, and let no man fear. Let no man heart fail. You understand? Because just now, when Goliath come to the men of Israel, the whole battle that in array. Men falling back, men, what was going on here? You understand? Israel fear, Israel tactics then, you understand? So Israel mind games. So they coming through and forgetting the Most High power. Is the Lord of hosts, he's the one that controlling the battle. And he would the children of Israel, most importantly. If we also look how we lose sight of that in anything else that we operating in. We lose sight of that. We operating in vain like the walking dead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just same thing I talk about that precept. I think there's go the fear man calls it a snare. But who trusts in the Lord shall be saved.
Right. Most in Christ. So I ain't sure about right. Don't precept, but that precept I was going at, I think in the New Testament I talk about fear, love casts out all fear. And like you understand, like love make it perfect now. Perfect love casts out all fear. That's what I say here. Yeah. So when you have that fear cast out, you know, because your mind, what we call it? Your mind will condemn you before the Most High, as we talked about earlier. Now you can really operate in the way you're supposed to. Now you have more courage to face the Most High, as you say. All the scriptures say again, you could go boldly before the throne of the Most High and ask for certain things in the name of Yahweh. We mean his reputation, how he wants you to function then. So you can get them things in the mind you need to help, you understand, to contribute to the nation building and operating and continue to run, right? For time's sake, are we looking here? May I do a part 2 in this, but we can spare a little 10 minutes again, Abukasha? Feel so? I want to run through something real quick, right? All right, here we go. I'll ask probably for our part 2, Abukasha, right? So we can pause on it for now. All right, we'll pass the priest, Salaki will pass the class over to priest and officer Maikwa. Yeah, man, give him more hand, man. Most thank you. Here we go ahead, man. Go up. All right.
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, verses 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase of the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. All right. That is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, September the 28th,
That's right.
2019.
At sundown.
At sundown. All right. You can find it in Leviticus 23 verses 24 to 25.
Excellent.
All right. Remind Akim and Aquatium to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirt, like pants, and like headband or scarf.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, and with that, let's
with that, you say Amajum. You turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Aya, Shamka, Yahawa, Malbaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Aya, Aisha, Rataza, Kawa, Aya, Mashamayim, Natan Lanawa, Akam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Kabayanawa, Manasaya 1, Abal, Awashai Nawa, Ayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wataparak, Wa'aywalamyam, Aman.
in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Manager, let's give the teacher a one courtesy salute. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Yahweh Yadamata. Class dismissed.